Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Good morning, farmers. Yep, we got 2 fields that are ready to harvest. Both of them peas. Both of them have 1 stage of fertilization on them, 92%. And I'm going to say probably 91, 92%. But they are both ready for harvest, which means we get to make a little cash today. And being pea, which pays $8.91 a ton, or excuse me, per 1,000 liters. No, it's a ton. Dagnabbit. I'm getting mixed up in my games now. Yeah, per ton. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so let's get the harvester started. You know, this nice dirty harvester. Because this is a decent sized field. Now, oh man, with pea, I don't know, I'm not going to say. I'd like to get at least a trailer out of this field. That'd be nice. That'd be somewhere like around, what, I don't know, 12 grand we can get. But yeah, a trailer would be nice. The other field's kind of a small field, so you know we're not going to get too much out of that field. Especially since we not spread some of the good cow stuff on here. But yeah, the goal for today is we'll harvest both fields. And oh man, I want to plow and cultivate one of these fields, but I don't know which one I want to do. I think we'll wait and see what time it is when we get done harvesting. And if it's like, you know, after 2 o'clock, we'll probably do the smaller field. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll do the smaller field. Other field of peas is not ready yet. That's that field. Make sure I'm standing in line, which I'm not. That field right over the hill, as you can see, and it's still green. It's not ready, but it shall be ready tomorrow. And I want to say that field is fertilized, 182% fertilized. So that has both stages of fertilization on it. So that should yield rather well, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's see, 18%, 12% harvested. Yeah, so I'm thinking we probably could get a trailer out of this field. Somewhere in that vicinity we're going to get. And I forget how are we doing on money here. So, yeah. No real goals for the day. Money-wise, not like we're going to hit 1.6 million. That is not going to happen. Our hopes and dreams of hitting a 1.75 million by the end of the season, that is vanishing like a fart in the wind. It's going away pretty quickly. So I don't see that happening either. But, you know, you never know. One of these harvests could fool us. And like always, the 3 fields down in the southwest corner are not ready for harvest yet either. Like I said, when the big field's ready to harvest, we'll be down there and to take care of that. Because that is a field we cannot hire in, and we can hire workers up here all day long. At least last time we were able to. So my plan is, you know, if work comes up available in fields I know I can't hire work for, those are the ones we'll work in. And the ones I believe I can hire work in, we'll leave aside for a while. Because like I said, if we fall behind, we'll hire work. So that's why I leave those fields open. But yes, we need to harvest these 2 fields today. That is the plan. No plans on talking with the wife. We talked to her yesterday. I think yesterday she was excited about the chickens and how well the eggs taste and all that fun stuff. They're not free-range chickens, so, you know, maybe they would taste better if they were. I don't know. I find that funny when people say, I only like eating free-range chicken eggs. I'm like, "Oh, okay. You know, you ask them why, because, oh, they're less stressed. I'm like, well, if I was a chicken, I'd probably want to be caged up because I would feel more protected. I don't know. My neighbors from years ago in real life had chickens, and they were free-range chickens. And, yeah, they had them about a month. Between the coyotes and the foxes and what else is around here to get, you know. Like, yeah. You may want to pen those up and, you know, put them in a cage. No, we want free-range chickens. Yeah, good luck with that around here. Where I live, you know, I'm out in the woods, and yeah, there's coyotes and bears and bobcats and foxes. Yeah, good luck with your chickens. Even an owl will an owl will attack a chicken and beat the crap out of it. Have it for a meal. That's why our chickens are penned up. As you see once in a while, we get the bald eagles flying over. As a matter of fact, there's one kind of like right over the harvester right now. As you look straight ahead in the sky. He can't swoop down and get our chickens because our chickens are penned. Well, they don't have a metal mesh going over the top of it, so I guess he could swoop down and take them. But anyways, besides that, she likes to taste you know, how well our eggs taste and all that good stuff. We probably could sell some eggs and some milk to John. Now the funny thing is, there is more than one place you can sell your goods to. John is the most convenient one because, like, he's right there. Yeah, I don't believe I started recording A Day on the Farm before I married Allison. But Allison, on my map, was someone else I could sell items to. So while I was hitting on her, every day I was hitting on her, I was like selling her milk and eggs, my extras, when I needed the cash. That was way back in my younger days of Farmer's Dynasty, where every penny mattered. I was selling her milk, fish, eggs, stuff I didn't need anymore. Well, it's food you always need, but, you know, your chickens can feed you well enough. So you keep paying me this stuff. One day this will all be yours anyways. How are we doing? So we're 70% full and about halfway through the harvest. Yeah, so we're almost halfway through the harvest and we got 8,600 grains. And the trailer is 1,600 grains. So we should be able to fill the trailer once in this field. So that's good. And that field over there is about a hectare smaller. So we're probably going to get about maybe a tank, or excuse me, a trailer and a half of grain today. So maybe somewhere we'll bring in somewhere around 15, 18 grand. Actually, it is 900 a ton, roundabout. So yeah, you know, my brain's too tired to think today, as is every day by the time I go home from work. Maybe if I had a 5-hour energy drink, I could figure this stuff out, but not today. What day in August are we at? 21st. So 10 more days in the month. I think we'll be at the end of the cycle of these fields by the farm. So time-wise, we're still doing okay. I say on the 21st of August, we're still doing fine on time. But really, as long as we get all of our fields seeded and fertilized by September 30th, which I'm going to go on record right now and bet my house on it that we're going to be more than fine. We got a lot of time to do that. But also, I don't feel like I want to sow every one of my fields myself, because I'll get tired of doing that every day. We will do some ourselves, though. So don't worry about that. I'm not going to spend all of our money hiring workers out to do our work that we could do ourselves. Actually, let's go get the... You know what I didn't do? I came up to check the fields myself, and I forgot that our... Well, maybe I can lift this myself and just bring it over. All right, I'm gonna go get the tractor, and I'll be right back. She does have a nice ass. Yeah, she's showing it to me too. Look at that. Yep, there it is. Alright, that was a lot easier than me trying to lift it. Let's go empty the combine so we can get finished harvesting this field. Which means we can finish loading up the trailer. Which means we can go make some cash. I think we're over the trailer. Yeah, we are. We're fine. Let's top off this trailer so we can head up to the sell point, because we do have enough in the combine to top it off for sure. I think we got about maybe 1,000 to 1,500 grain more than what we need to top it off. Okay, maybe not 1,000. Maybe it is 1,000. I don't know. Wasn't paying too much attention. I just knew when we hit over 4,000, that was more than enough. Yeah, about 1,000. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. I wasted some there because I accidentally hit the discharge key one too many times. And I started trying to fill the trailer again, but good enough. I think I lost about 300 grains on the ground somewhere. Finally had a shovel to pick it up. Yeah, I know the trailer is full. There's another thing I wish the devs could fix. I wish there was an option where you can get rid of the warnings. Because it's probably going to go off again before we get to the sell point. And again, maybe not. No, no, I'm hungry apparently as well. Well, okay, the trailer is full. Yes, we do know that, but it's not full anymore. You're a little late there. Hopefully this will get this to 565. Well, that should be no problem there. $568, not bad. Let's head back to the combine harvester. We'll head over to the other field. We'll harvest that. I don't expect to fill the combine in the other field, even though we got like 1,000 grains still left in it. I think the field's a 1.3 hectare field, something like that. And the field we just harvested was a 2.2 something or other. But let's get the harvesting of the field so we can start plowing. I don't know. I am thinking I'm going to plow the big field today no matter what. My mind keeps telling me just plow the big field and you get done, you get done. I wouldn't eat a frog alive. I'd rather have a pizza. I get what they're trying to do in the game, but really when you get hungry, you're not sitting there going, boy, I could eat a frog. Nah. You wouldn't. Oops. No, I want my header back, please. Thank you. Yeah, so we have 880 grains in the combine. Like I said, I do not expect to fill the combine in this field. I think it's a 1.3. Where's the field? Actually, it's a 1.22. I was close. But let's get the grain out of this field, into the combine, into the trailer, up to the sell point so we can earn more cash. What do we end up at here? So we're at 568. Can we reach 575 is the question. I think that's a possibility, but we will find out very soon. Well, maybe very soon for you because I'll cut out parts of me harvesting this field. Probably take me another 10-15 minutes to do so. Now we gotta make sure we don't, hurt our grass. Because, you never know. You never know when that's gonna come in handy. And really, I think that grass should be taller by now. It's been growing all year. The grass in our yard grows like 3 times that height, but I can't get grass in the field to grow higher than that, and that's fertilized. Just saying. Not much left to do, and not much left room in the combine, actually. We're approaching a full tank. Won't be much longer before you see the beacon lights come on, telling a nearby farmer with a trailer to get your butt over here and empty me because I'm about full. But I think we're going to fit it all in. Just about fit it all in. So that's a good thing. I was hoping to get like 9,000 out of it, and we're approaching. I know we had 880 to start with, but you can see right there we're approaching 11.5. There's the beacon. Which means we might hit my money goal that I was kind of putting out there. What did I say? Like 575 actually is what I want to say. Alright, turn the header off, lift up the header, we'll empty the combine and we'll go park it up at the field that will be ready for harvest tomorrow. And why did my mouse just do that? Interesting. Let's empty the combine. Yeah, so that field actually harvested better than I thought. And I wish it was like that about every field. Because then I'll start overestimating, and then they'll overestimate me. So, but it doesn't always happen. Usually it's the other way around. You just say, "Oh, I hope to get this much out of it," and we haven't been close. Like I said, I was hoping for about a trailer and a half, and we're going to end up with like a trailer. What does that make it? Like a trailer and 3/4? Yeah, 3/4, because I got almost 12 in there that can hold 16. So yeah. With this field up here that we will be doing in the next episode, this has got both stages of fertilization in it, so it should yield pretty well. It's a little bit smaller than the first field we did today, but I expect to actually get more grain out of this field than the first field we did today. The first field was about 2 1/4 hectares. This is 2 exactly, but we got we got the manure, 88% manure on here. So that's going to turn out rather well for us, I think. So let's get our exercise in. We'll come down to this tractor that's got 3/4 of a trailer of grain in it. We need to go sell that so it's ready for tomorrow. And our nice clean tractor, which is not going to be clean much longer because we're about ready to hook up a plow to it. And yeah, it's getting close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon just by harvesting those 2 fields. So I'm thinking the only thing I'm going to get done the rest of the day is plow that field right there. But it's not like, well, if you do the other field, you might be able to plow and cultivate. You're still working the same amount of time, so you're still going to get about the same amount of work done. If that makes any sense. But looking at the date and how we're proceeding along with this, you know, I'm not too worried about not getting some work done because I think we're doing fine on time. Alright, let's see if we can get up to 675. Should be able to. Shouldn't be really an issue at almost $900 per ton. Yep, there's 575, so that's good to see. I was just doing some math in my head. I was trying to think, well, if the other field produces well, can I hit 1.6 million tomorrow? And I'm thinking no. Because that's like 22 grand we need. And at 22 grand, you probably need somewhere in the vicinity of 30,000. So that's, you know, that's more than trailer and a half, and I don't see us getting that much. But let's go drop off the trailer up by the combine harvester vicinity. Then we'll come back down here, hook the plow, and I'm going to start plowing this field here. And I think that'll bring us right to easily 7, 8 o'clock at night. I think, because it's 3 o'clock now. Yeah, so about 6 hours to plow that field, I would assume. Here's a good place as any. So I'm going to go hook up the plow, and I'm going to start plowing that field, and I'll bring it back in a short while. And it's looking like this is about the last job we will do today. How far are we in the field? So we're 3/4 way done plowing the field, and you can see the shadows are getting longer, which means our time of day that we got left is getting much shorter. So I am not going to try to cultivate this field or even try to plow in the dark in the other field either. Besides, we're doing, like we've said many times, we're doing fine on time. I did check the forecast before I started recording, and still no rain in sight, which I would start worrying about our crops at this point, because it hasn't rained in like decades here for some reason. But must be this ground holds water pretty good, because like I said, you know, it hasn't rained in many days when our crops are still doing fine. Yeah, it's not part of the game, but you know what I'm saying. In real life it would be. Yeah, in real life actually. Of course, right now in the room I'm recording in is getting awfully hot because I got my windows closed, even though it's like 73 degrees out. But I close them kind of early in the evening because the temperatures where I am, even though first day of summer was yesterday. Well, I woke up this morning. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it was like 42 degrees out. So, and tonight's supposed to be pretty much the same. Yeah, it's sleeping with your windows open when it's 42 degrees out. It gets a little chilly above your head. Global warming, they say, huh? But we'll finish this field shortly, and we'll probably call it an episode. No jobs of interest today. Even though if there were jobs by the time we get done, I don't think I could do any, because I think the jobs end at 7 or 8, I forgot. Because usually when I do jobs, it's usually first thing in the morning, or if we run out of, not run out of things to do, but try to change things up, I'll do them in the mid-afternoonish time. Trying to take a job in the middle of the night, not the best. But we really need to, I think the reason why I wanted to plow this field, when I was harvesting it and I was coming to an end, right in the center, it was very bumpy. And I was trying to remember if I hired someone, I think I hired someone to plow this. But I thought we cultivated it. But for some reason, the middle of the field was really, really terrible bad bumpiness. It's actually sold out on the combine when I was harvesting down to like 8 or 9. And I've been on some bumpy fields before. You can see the combine jump up and down. It would still stay at 11 or 12, but this dropped it way low. So hopefully by us plowing it and cultivating it ourselves, we can get the ground back to default settings. Usually that's what cultivating does. It just goes back to the ground level. It goes back to default settings for the game. I'm not sure if that's the way it's coded, but that's the way it seems like it is. Looks like the sun has finally disappeared on us completely. Yep, it's down over the hill. So it looks like we're going to finish this field in time tonight before it gets too dark. I will turn the lights on because I don't know if, how dark it'll be when YouTube renders this video out for us. So I'll turn some lights on for you. Not that I really need them. But yeah, now we started these fields. We got one more field of peas. And then we have 4 fields of lupine up here by the farm. And down in our other section, the big field is peas. And I think we got one field of the big field is actually lupine. I should know that. The second biggest field down there is peas, and I got a 1 hectare field of soy. And then by then we should be just about ready to start seeding the fields with canola and those 2 fields of wheat. 99%, so we're going to call that good up here. So let's go drop off the plow. Actually, I want to do this little section here. It's probably not going to be enough to get us to 100, will it? It might. It might. I mean, we're going past here anyways, right? Let's see if I can get another 0.5%, which would bring it to 100%. And it's going to be awfully close. And maybe not. Not enough. Yeah, I harvested 0.6%. If I go the other end of the field, I get to 100% easily, but you know what? Whatever. So, yeah, actually, to lower the plow, we'll disconnect that, because I think the first thing I want to do tomorrow is harvest this field up here. It should be ready tomorrow. The way I do the sequences, it should be ready tomorrow. I'm so confident I'm even going to hook up the trailer. What do you think about that? I like how easy this trailer hooks up to the tractor. You just get in general vicinity, hit Q, bam. The plow and cultivator, thank you scaffolding. You know, you got to almost back up at the correct pixel to get it or something. But this field should be ready tomorrow. 2 stages of fertilization on it, 100% plowed and cultivated too. So yeah, this field is 2 and a what field is it? No, that's not it, is it? Yeah, it is. Actually, that's 2.5 hectares. Okay. So even though this field here is a ½ hectare smaller, we might get more. We basically got a trailer full and 880 grains. So let's call it 1,700 grains because that trailer is 1,600 and 1,000 in tank. We'll call it 1,700 grains. It's gonna be interesting to see if this smaller field, a ½ hectare smaller field, can get us more than 17,000. I'm thinking it's going to. I would hope so. That would just prove to us how good, you know, getting all the fertilizer you can on a field. But yeah, that's going to do it for today on the farm, obviously, because it's just about 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, I think this grass should be taller, actually. I mean, it is ready for harvest. Has been for a couple years now. As I did show in a previous episode, I don't know how long ago it was, but I saved the game and I brought the mower up in case you didn't know this. But if you mow the grass, I mean the cutter will mow it. Just doesn't leave nothing to harvest up. It just like disappears. It kind of acts like when you use a harvester and the grain disappears and it goes, but the grain goes in the combine harvester. It acts like that. It's like, well, it's collecting it, but there's no container for it to go into. If that makes any sense. But so we got our 2 slur. It's weird that you spread slurry from the tanks, but yet they call it manure. But same thing. In a way, just, you know, they're calling it like solid manure and then slurry tank. So that's half full. We're still good for another couple weeks on this. Once this gets up to like 90%, I probably will start spraying our fields. I mean, no sense of not, you know, gaining the extra percentage of manure. Yeah, I hear you girls in there, mooing away. But yep, that's going to do it for today, guys. I appreciate you watching as always. Hopefully the video was enjoyable for you. And I'll see you for another day on the farm tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.